Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm sitting on the shores of Lake Rotorua in the central North Island of New Zealand, just at the town of Nongataha, which is about 8 kilometres away from the city of Rotorua itself. I did do a video yesterday just further up the road sitting on the shores of the lake, and yesterday afternoon I thought to myself that I probably won't do a video today. I was just going to have a day's break while I travelled, but something fairly profound happened last evening. I was sleeping and I had a very lucid dream, and subsequent to having that lucid dream I took an interpreted message from that, but I'll just explain briefly what the dream was. In the dream I was visited by my mother and father, who are both deceased. In that dream, my father had been just diagnosed with terminal cancer. So in real life in 2013, that's exactly what had happened for him. I went to visit him one Sunday morning. He was still living independently in the family home, and he said to me that he wasn't feeling very well at all and asked me to call an ambulance, which I did. And that evening from the hospital, the doctor rang me and said that my father was riddled with cancer, basically from his prostate, and it hadn't been diagnosed up until that time. He was becoming frail, but he was still living independently. And within 2 weeks of that diagnosis, my father had passed over to the other side. So in this dream, there was my mother and father there, but the emphasis or the vision was more on my father and about that diagnosis. Also in the dream was a pet dog. We did have some pet dogs in our younger years, but the dog in this dream wasn't one of those. But it was a pet dog that, in conjunction with this other vision, was escaping out of the property, getting out the gate and going missing, and I was not able to find it. So when I've had time just to reflect on what that was telling me, it was telling me that there is no certainty in life that there is going to be a tomorrow, or you may not be in a condition to do what you want to do tomorrow, so you're best to do it today. And it's the same with something that you might have that you love. So for example, not just my father, the pet dog. The pet dog disappeared, and I no longer had it. I couldn't find it, so I couldn't find it again. And that's like life. Enjoy things while they're there, because there's no guarantee that they're going to be there tomorrow or any time in particular. So the message to me was get on with things and go out there and make your video today, which I'm doing. And as a follow on from that dream, as I was awakening, in my mind I came up with what effectively is a short writing. And I'm going to share that short writing with you at the end of the video, because out of that short writing came today's topic. And today's topic is going to be 3 things. One is presence, the second is power, and the third is passion. So it's almost 3 P's came to me. But those words came to me, or those things came to me, and they came in conjunction with presenting myself to others. And there is a person that I'm going to meet soon, about 120 kilometres away in New Zealand, and I thought to myself that I'm going to turn up to meet them as myself, but I'll be turning up with those 3 things. I'll be turning up with presence, power and passion. And I'll just run through each of those 3 things, and I have talked about these in different ways in terms of my prior videos, which are on Instagram, and in my writings. But I'll just briefly run through what each of those 3 things have meant to me, or mean to me on my journey. So the first thing is presence. So I talk a lot about the need to get rid of all the distractions in life, the things that have affected me in the past, or the things that have conditioned me from the past, my learnings, what society has told me I should be or am, and name and learnings. So to get rid of those and to live in a situation where you're not being distracted by the things around you, not being distracted by other things other than what's the true me. So finding the true me and living in the present moment. So in every moment that I now experience, I'm living in the present. And what that really means again is that I'm noticing everything around me. I'm noticing what lays below the surface. So I've talked about this quite a lot, having the unconscious coming into my consciousness. So every moment of my day, and in fact every moment of my sleeping now, is I'm living in the present moment, and I'm seeing everything that the universe is showing me. And what I'm seeing is wonderment. I'm seeing magic in every moment. And it allows me to focus on, when I'm talking to others, on them as well. So I'm seeing in them me. So I talk a lot about seeing the divine in others. So when I sign off these videos with Namaste, that is an acknowledgement that the divine in me bows to the divine in them. We are both divine. We both hold the divinity of the universe. So being able to be present and see these things has added so much to my life. It's allowed me to go inside, internal, as I talk a lot about, and see the subconscious or experience the subconscious. And it's from the subconscious or the unconscious that so much of the explanations of life, the clarity of life, it all lays there for me. Everything is clarity now. So that's kind of a brief overview of what presence is, the need to be present in every moment. Not to think about the future, not to think about the past, not to think about what's above me or below me, left or right, just to be inside the moment and enjoy it. So I'll move on to the second P, which is power. So power is the energy. So I've talked so much about energy. Everything is light, everything is energy. I've been so fortunate that I've seen the source, or the source as I believe it to be. And as I've said, I'm open to it being something beyond this. But for now, the source was the light. So the illumination, the enlightenment, it's exactly that. And at the source, or at the light, it's pure energy. So the light is literally the visual, and the energy is what emanates from the light. And I am a channel for the source. So I'm a channel for the light, therefore I'm a channel for the energy. So in my day-to-day life, every moment of my life is filled with energy. And I talk about it being an excess of energy flowing through me and out of me. And that is what leads to me to be able to live a lovely, energetic, joyful life. I'm seeing things in their pure wonderment, or the pure magic of everything around me. People, events, nature, everything around me is just magic. And also having that extra energy allows me to enjoy life. It allows me to present messages like this. It allows me to do my travels. It allows me to do my further learnings, my further seeking. The journey is never ending. So to get to this stage of life and to be living a high energy life, which is in effect a powerful life, I feel the most powerful I've ever been, is just a gift. I have so much gratitude for the fact that I have discovered the things that I talk about and the things that I write about, and have been able to experience them. So the gnosis, again, I talk about that a lot. It's in my symbolism, Gnostic, the actual experiences of the spiritual that have proven to me beyond doubt that these things that I talk about exist. They are in my being, in my holistic being. I'll move on to the final P, which is passion. Everything I do now is with passion. For the vast majority of my life, I cannot claim that I did things with passion. I did certain things with passion. I think the most passionate thing I was doing was playing sport. I played a lot of the game of cricket, and I played a bit of football as well, and other sports, but I always approached those things with passion. I'm not so sure that I could say the same about my working career. I mean, I definitely was diligent, and I wanted things to be good, but I'm not so sure I was truly passionate about those things. The things I talk about now, my spiritual journey, my experiences, being a holder of the light, being a dispeller of darkness, having been my own guru. I'm nobody else's guru, but everyone can be their own guru. I truly believe that. To be able to carry that message literally forward, to present it in whichever way I do, which is writing, which is in a video. I was this morning talking to two more young travellers. They were from England, and we did get chatting on these subjects, and I think 45 minutes later I'd given them as brief overview without holding there for the day, which I didn't want to do. They were off on their adventure, and they were so interested, or they really were interested in some of the stuff I had to say and the perspective. So I know that when I share this with people that there is an interest. Again, as I say, if people are happy in their situation in life, they are already living in the light, they're already living a life of passion and joy and happiness and energy and freedom and peace. I am so happy for them that they've found that, because if it's anything like what I've found, it's just, again, it's just a magical place to live. But for those people who are searching or looking or are in a place of darkness, I'm here to say that there is a light. You can get to the light if you get on your path, not my path, and the universe will give you what you need. It'll present what you need, but you just have to be receptive to see it. That's what it's all about, to be open, to actually see the subconscious, to consciously see the subconscious. That's again what I'm reiterating here. So living life with a passion is a big part of my life. Every moment of the day I'm so passionate about living, and previously I'd have to say at times I was wondering what I was doing in life. I was existing, and I'm not sure that existing was really the optimum way to live. Let's just say I certainly know which I prefer. The existence was a place where at times I didn't want to be here. Living a passionate life, I want to be here as long as possible. So again, just summing up that side of it, to be able to live with those 3 P's, so to speak, presence, power and passion, you cannot help but portray light and have light around you. The darkness just can't get near me. It's not coming anywhere close. So that's that side of things. So what I'll do, just before I finish the video, I'd like to read out what came together in this writing, and I'll read it out verbatim. I'll probably put this onto my website as well. It's very short, but it reads as follows. I will meet you with presence, power and passion. For it is in that way that others get to see in us what they hold within themselves, but may not know or have just forgotten. This in turn leads to their awakening of their true self, the uncovering of their latent gifts. For it is in those things that the true path to ascension lays. The transmutation of the energy being held in the lower realms or lower chakras by way of increasing its vibration into the higher realms or the higher chakras. Therein lays the key to the universe and ultimately the source, which is the light. It is in the light that we become truly illuminated or spiritually enlightened. The answer is in the words. Illumination and enlightenment must come from the light. I truly believe that writing. That's how I live. So I will thank you for listening to my video. As always, I will continue on my journey. I'm heading off out of this district today to another beautiful spot in New Zealand, bring you more videos. I wish you a good day for the rest of your day, and as always I ask you to enjoy the journey. We will meet when we should, and namaste.